Oh, hi, Handy. Why do I look so sad? Well, it's just that I really enjoy working with my One World students, my ambassadors. I was teaching them about public speaking and preparing them for this big competition where they could win laptops and tablets and a lot of money. And then, the coronavirus quarantine happened and schools closed and after school programs stopped. And I don't know. I just miss working with them. What's that you say? They've moved the Ambassador Challenge online, made it virtual, and made it so they can submit essays and speeches via video? Why didn't you tell me this before? How can I be involved? I could make a video about 5 Ps. I mean, I know people are supposed to eat their green vegetables and everything, but how are 5 Ps supposed to help them make better speeches? Oh, those 5 Ps, the 5 Ps of presentation. Presentation, projection, pace, posture, and poise. Thank you, Handy. I will make a video about that. Hi, One World Ambassadors. Mr. Drew is happy to be working with you again. I want to talk to you today about the 5 Ps. Now, the first P is presentation itself. And presentation mostly has to do with knowing your audience, knowing your speech, and knowing what's the best vehicle to take that speech to that audience. Now, we know that the 4 types of speech are informative, demonstrative, entertaining, and persuasive. And we also know that the 4 types of speech delivery are manuscript, memorized, impromptu, and extemporaneous. Now, if you're a One World ambassador, you are presenting a memorized persuasive speech, but I want it to come off like an extemporaneous persuasive speech. I want you to be so comfortable, confident, and familiar with your material that it comes off almost conversational, kind of like the way I'm talking to you right now. Now, presentation also has to do with dress, appearance, and yes, it matters how you look and how you come off. How you look is part of your hook, so try not to look like a schnook. I'm wearing my One World hoodie today because I'm feeling nostalgic and I miss rocking with y'all. This is a casual because I'm sitting in my living room talking with you like I always talk to you about 5 Ps. But if you're recording your speech, video style, maybe you want to pull out that fly suit or that nice dress that you were going to wear if we did make it to the big stage. If you don't have a suit or a dress, that's fine. Maybe your school uniform will get the point across. At the end of the day, just remember, clothes don't make people, people make the clothes. And ideally, what you're saying is going to be strong enough, powerful enough, that we're more focused on that than what you're wearing. At the same time, don't wear anything distracting, and of course, nothing inappropriate. Now let's talk about that next P, projection. Now, when it comes to projection, you want to make sure you don't have any unnecessary noise in the background. It's going to obstruct your voice and your message. So you want to make sure that you're in a quiet space when you're shooting your video. Remember, projection isn't just about being loud, but also about being clear, making sure your words are not muffled and there's nothing coming between your voice and your listener's ears. Hey, back off, buddy. How about some social distancing, huh? Sorry, y'all, it was laundry day. Now on to the next P, pace. Speak too fast, your words get jumbled. Speak too slow, that time will run you. I'm sure y'all have seen car commercials where the car salesman talks like this when they're trying to sell you. Hey, you would look great in that car. That car is you. Let's go into my office and make a deal. And then they start talking fast when they start talking about the iffy stuff, like that janky lease and how long you're going to be in it and how much they're going to bilk you with the interest. Or maybe commercials for experimental medicines, when they talk slow when they say, are you feeling sad? Are you feeling depressed? Do you maybe need something to put some more pep in your step? Try turn up epinephrine and it'll change your life. And then they start talking fast when they start talking about the side effects, like not recommended for people who are afraid of death and disfigurement and dismemberment. Well, you all aren't experimental medicine salespeople or car salesmen. You all have worked so hard and so long on your speeches that I'm sure you feel every word is crucial, equally important. At the same time, there are some words that are more important than others for getting your point across. Your power words. Maybe they're the most emotional words, or maybe they're the words that stress a statistic and show how important it is. Use measured breath. Use pregnant pauses, strategic stoppages to stress certain statements, certain words. That's the way that you're going to sink in your message even more effectively. Also, remember you're being recorded, so you can make as many trial videos as you want. It's digital. You know exactly how much time you're taking. I know how much time I'm taking right now because I'm looking at it. So it's not the same as if you were going to be on stage. Take your time. Just remember, speak too fast, your words get jumbled. Speak too slow, that time will run yo. And now, let's talk about that next P, posture. Now this next P is for posture, technically, but I consider it like physicality, because I count everything your body is doing, including facial expressions and hand gestures. Now, a lot of you are going to be shooting from actual video cameras or having someone else shoot you through a phone. But if you're shooting in selfie mode on your own phone, the temptation is to do what I'm doing right now, which is to look at yourself, the vision or the actual screen, so you can see what you're doing while you're doing it. That's great for practice, but I challenge you, if you're using selfie mode in your phone for a final cut, a final draft, one that you're turning in, I challenge you to figure out where your camera is on the phone. That way, your viewer is going to feel like you're looking in their eyes, and that's what you want. Okay, so look at the actual camera on your phone if you're doing it in selfie mode. Always look at the lens no matter what the apparatus is. Now, facial expressions. A lot of us reveal things with our face that we don't even realize. It would make us bad poker players. Try to make sure that everything that you're doing with your face fits the theme, tone, and content of your actual speech. So if your tone and theme are light, positive, comical, then sure, you can have a smile on your face. But unless you're being ironic, it might not be appropriate if you're talking about something grave and serious to have a big old grin when you're talking about nuclear warfare or the coronavirus pandemic, right? Consistency, all right? Now, hands. I'm an expressive person physically. I talk with my hands a lot. Depending on what you're talking about, though, it can be distracting to start throwing up a whole bunch of gang signs. Woo! So make sure everything that you're doing with your hands is intentional too. Maybe just use your hands every now and then for occasional emphasis in a subtle way. Or you might just want to have your hands by your sides and let your face and your voice do all the speaking. And finally, P is for good old posture, good old fashioned standing up straight, okay? There's a difference between saying, hello, my name is Drew Anderson, and I'm running for President of the United States, versus, hey, young, I'm trying to be president, you hear me? So vote for Obama, you know what I'm talking about? There's a difference. Remember, if you're a stand-up guy or a stand-up gal, then stand up tall and stand up well. Your posture speaks volumes before you open your mouth. So stand like you know what you're talking about. And the last P is poise. Poise is about being cool under pressure, not letting anything throw you off. Culminating all the other P's, all the other skills that you've learned, and putting them into this one moment where you're going to shine, where you're going to take everything you've learned and master it, represent it, celebrate everything we've done together. You're going to master the presentation, remembering how you look, how you come across, your delivery. You're going to remember pace and having pregnant pauses and strategic stops to make sure your power words are stressed. You're going to have the projection and the enunciation to be both loud and clear so that words don't come across garbled. You're going to have the posture, not just posture, but also physicality in general. So your facial expressions and your hand motions, but also standing up straight and proud and comfortable. To me, poise is about being crunk. Crunk as in creative, rapturous, unified, natural, and knowledgeable. Pulling it all together for a perfect performance. Not perfect because you're buckling under pressure, but perfect because you're breathing, you're confident, you're feeling yourself, you're remembering all the things you learned, and you're putting them together for this one last performance. Now remember, this is a video. You're recording this. So you can make as many videos as you need until you get just the right one that sells it for you. The one that you know is the one. It's not like it's live and you got hecklers and people saying, get your hand out my pocket and throwing tomatoes at you. Just relax and breathe and get that poised, perfect take and be proud to send it to One World. Remember the 5 P's. They'll come in handy.
Hi guys, and thank you for watching this third instructional video for the One World Virtual Academy. I am so proud of you guys, and I'm very excited to watch your next video presentation and to give you guys feedback for that final video that you're going to submit, which brings me to my first announcement. Your second draft or video recording is due this Friday. Remember that these benchmarks are a prerequisite for your speech being judged, which means you must complete all of your benchmarks before you can be judged. Which brings me to my second. Office hours are a benchmark, which means you must attend office hours at least one time for your presentation to be judged. Office hours this week for high school are on Wednesday from 3 to 5 and on Thursday for middle school from 4 to 6. If you have trouble with those times, please go ahead and fill out the survey or reach out to me via email or the Remind app. So download that Remind app for immediate feedback. Again, I'm so proud of you guys, and I cannot wait to see your final presentation. Talk to you soon. Bye.